Everybody's gone crazy over the total solar eclipse. And am I the only one that just thinks of those little orange cakey bites of goodness and that advert? Honestly, I can't talk about it without doing the accent. Anyway, enough of that. We've got plenty on the way between now and 6. So my name is Claire Carter. I'm with you Monday to Thursday. And just really soaking up some of the stories from where you are, what is going on and what people are talking about. For example, our local astronomer, Josh Dury, who I've known for years now. He's fantastic on the radio at explaining what is happening in our universe and what we are likely to see. And of course, everybody is talking about the North America total solar eclipse, what we might be able to see here around about 7:30 tonight, so we're building up to it. And Josh actually decided, you know what, I'm going to spend the money, I'm going to go to Dallas to try and catch this. So last week before he flew, we had a lovely catch up about what all of this means, what we are hopefully going to learn from this eclipse. And of course, memories of 1999 as well. And, well, the sort of impact these events can have on us.
I actually remember that. So such a captivating celestial event, such as a solar eclipse, it does inspire you. And I think that's one of the reasons why I become an astrophotographer was the 1999 eclipse. So, you know, it's all these things come together.
He's lovely. Sandra Lara is with us.
Hello.
You okay? All all right?
Yeah, very good.
It's a big day today. We've got a total solar eclipse, peeps.
This is why everyone is sort
on
of
edge.
like,
Yeah.
It's weird, isn't it?
Well, in the last few minutes, breaking news, our Josh Dury, who I've been in conversation with, he's in Dallas. He decided to leave the Chew Valley, Chew Magna, I think he is. Chew Valley? Chew Magna. Chew Magna. Anyway, and he's in Dallas, our resident astronomer. And I did say to him, I was like, oh, you know, if you get time, little voice notes. He loves it.
Hi Claire, it's Josh Dury calling from Dallas, Texas. I hope you're doing well. Just doing a little bit of a voice message as requested ahead of the total solar eclipse today.
Doing as I'm told.
So just to give all listeners on BBC Radio Bristol and Somerset a heads down on what's happening in Dallas, Texas today, we are expecting totality at local time between 1:40 and 1:44 Central Time. So currently as it stands, Texas is 6 hours behind. So we're hoping to experience a duration of 3 minutes 52 seconds. As of late, you know, skies are looking like high clouds, what are like cirrus clouds. So at the moment, the report has changed this morning that this scary sort of heavy cloud is now going to be reduced to fewer wispy clouds. So hopefully, fingers crossed, we'll be able to capture images of this celestial event. So this is the last total solar eclipse, which is going to happen until the year 2044 from the United States, but places like Dallas will not be seen until the year 2317. So a lot riding on today.
How mental is that? Yeah. 2317.
I know.
That's bonkers. This total solar eclipse, I'm obsessed with it. So we're going to hear more from Josh when we caught up before he flew after 3 o'clock today. So I think that's, 7:30 our time? 7:30, 7:40. I think I got that right.
Yeah.
So we're going to build up to that. Look out later on this evening. I'm primed for sort of 7:15 onwards. I think really we need to be ready tonight because we're all wondering, are we going to see anything from the great North America total eclipse? This is the solar eclipse that people have been waiting a long time for. Millions, quite literally millions of people will have the opportunity to witness the biggest eclipse of its kind, I think for something like 100 years. So naturally, I went straight to Josh Dury, who was telling us all about what he'd planned for this. Josh lives in Somerset. He does an extraordinary amount of work across our region and beyond with his astrophotography, but also spends quite a lot of time educating others on, you know, what's going on out there in our universe. So he thought, you know what, this is a big moment to see an eclipse like this. So he went to Dallas. He is in Dallas as I speak. So he came into the studio to see me last week before he flew, so we could have a catch up. We could talk about the eclipse, why it's all such a hoo-ha about it, and whether or not we'll see anything later.
The total solar eclipse is the last eclipse which will be seen over US soil, Claire, for a very long time. So this eclipse is when the moon goes directly in front of the sun and crosses a number of populated states across the United States. So with this eclipse, as we're approaching, solar maximum, many astronomers are getting very excited about this, and really this last opportunity to view an eclipse before 2044.
I've had eclipses in my lifetime, and I remember, getting the glasses at school that you had to, don't look at it directly. And what's so big about this one?
What's so big, Claire, is that this is the last one until 2044.
So we're never going to see another one until then?
Not from the United States. So this is a big deal, Claire. We have another one which will be of interest to all listeners on BBC Radio Somerset and Bristol. But we have one in 2026. Now, this is going to pass very closely to Iceland, just missing the United Kingdom and sweeping on down towards Spain and the Balearic Islands. So it just won't hit America for a long time till 2044.
I love that. So because it's not hitting America, it's a big deal.
It's a big deal.
Okay. And you're going out there?
Luckily, yes, Claire. So I was in a bit of a situation around January. I was thinking, do I go or do I not? And you're looking at this historic weather data, just because Josh is Josh what he is, since 1975, and Dallas, Texas seemed to be the place to go. So I thought, do I press the button? Yeah, let's do it. So literally heading on out to try and get a view from Dallas, Texas. And this is the last one over Dallas until at least 2200. So it's a big deal where some of these events won't happen from these areas again.
How do you know which spot to pick? Because Dallas is pretty big.
You don't at all. It's literally a gamble, Claire, with anything in terms of the weather or what's going to happen. But again, we'll talk about it, but there's some changing situations with the weather forecast as news comes in each and every day. And that's what my life's become now, is just looking at weather forecasts religiously every hour I've got.
Yeah. Well, I love the fact that you are sitting in a t-shirt. Now, have you had this printed, or is this actual Total Eclipse merch?
I've literally had this printed, Claire, right? So just describing in front of your listeners, it's a very well branded Total Eclipse t-shirt with all the various times of all the various states and what have you.
So you could sell that and make an absolute mint.
Yeah, it's just lovely to celebrate it. Like, I was only 2 years old in 1999, but the merch which was there at the time, like, I just love the excitement with eclipses, like eclipse glasses, your t-shirts, make a thing of it. It's blimmin' exciting, yeah.
But actually, it's events like this that do and can inspire youngsters, because schools can get involved, and it's also how you can educate, isn't it, about what is happening up there?
It is, Claire. I have to talk about my own story. I've talked to my mum and dad about it, and they had this one photo from 1999, and it was only a couple of weeks ago. I was looking at this image thinking, I actually remember that. So such a captivating celestial event, such as a solar eclipse, it does inspire you. And I think that's one of the reasons why I become an astrophotographer was the 1999 eclipse. So, it's all these things come together.
Oh, I would love to have 2-year-old Josh with us now to say, you're going to be in Dallas when you grow up with this incredible North American eclipse. So it's a total eclipse. What are we going to learn from this, if anything at all?
What are we learning, Claire? So as we approach solar maximum, it's predicted to be late 2024 this year, coming into 2025.
What's solar maximum?
Solar maximum is how active the sun is during its 11-year cycle, and it just so happens to be now. And so when this total eclipse happens, Claire, and it blocks out the light of the sun, we see the beautiful detail in the sun's outer atmosphere known as the corona. Very exciting astro terminology. But it changes as you reach solar maximum and solar minimum. And so what scientists like NASA are trying to do is, by literally launching rockets at the eclipse to study the corona, what's happening with the sun, and detrimentally what impacts this will have on Earth.
Wow, so the corona, that's the white glow ring that we see around it.
Around it, yeah. So we're studying that, what are called solar prominences. This is parts of plasma spewing off out into space. They can only be seen during a total solar eclipse, Claire. So all of this is going to be analysed at various station points across the states, even as far as Mexico to Maine and Canada.
I could listen to Josh all day, every day. But are we going to be able to see the effects of the eclipse here? Don't go anywhere. Stay tuned. Going to take a break for a song from Noah Khan in a moment. Josh Dury. We get back to our chat. But let's just digest all of that. I find it all quite mind-boggling, if I'm completely honest. Second part of my chat with Josh in a moment. Let's get back to it then. Second half of my chat with Josh Dury, astronomer and astrophotographer from Somerset, in Dallas at the moment, hoping later to get that snap of the Great North American Total Eclipse. But it's what we all want to know, isn't it? Are we going to see anything here?
We will, yes. I must reiterate to all listeners that the part of the eclipse is going to be happening at sundown. So anywhere in the United Kingdom, you need to be as westerly as possible. So you can just see a part of it if you go over towards West Wales, but if you're in Northern Ireland or just anywhere further west, you'll have more of a chance. But all I recommend, guys, is just go out, have a look. If you've got a clear sky, you'll see a nice bite being taken out of the sun. It's so majestic.
It sounds incredible. And I mean, America have gone crazy, haven't they, over this?
They have their weather forecast, their news bulletins, the drama, the intensity. It's putting everyone on edge, frankly. So, you just want to find out as much as you can about it.
How long will it last?
So it will last about 3 minutes 50 seconds from Dallas, Texas. The last eclipse I went to in 2017, which was Nashville, Tennessee, was 1 minute 50 seconds. So it's practically double. The moon shadow is twice as big, so more people will get to see it.
That's amazing. What do you think you're gonna... I don't know, what do you do? What do you think in that moment, in those 3 minutes?
It's Armageddon, Claire, is the best way I can describe it. You see the diamond ring. This is one of the classic events everyone talks about with a total solar eclipse. And when you see these details, like the light levels drop, and you do feel like it's the end of the world. The temperature drops by 10 degrees. Nocturnal wildlife comes alive, and then you just see this black orb in the sky and this beautiful glow, which is the corona. It's really awe-inspiring, Claire.
And again, just another reminder of how Mother Nature and that universe above us is extraordinary.
It is, Claire. And the thing which makes this event so special, I have to mention this, over 30 million people are anticipated to witness this total solar eclipse. It is the most observed event of its kind, so much so places like Texas have declared a national state of emergency, worrying about food supplies, traffic, blood, as well as to what this is going to have an impact on in eastern United States.
Seriously?
Serious, yeah.
Blood?
This is a big deal. Yeah, if there's a situation like an accident or what have you, people won't be able to move. So they're worried about the numbers which are coming and to be prepared for it. There's extra flights which are going to these certain areas, and whether there's going to be delays, congestion, and whether some people make it to these areas or not, Claire. So it's a bit of a gamble.
And it's going to be, this sounds like the most stupid question I've ever asked you, and I think I always ask you a stupid question. It's going to be that dark?
Yes, it can be. It depends from one eclipse to the next, Claire, but I think this one's going to be pretty dark. The only situation with this one, Claire, is it happens over a lot of populated places. So I presume we're going to see some light pollution when day turns to night for a matter of minutes. But if you happen to be out in, the sticks, as it were, if anyone's travelling to see it, it's going to be a dark one, I think.
I take it you're aiming to get some photographs with your astrophotography. What are you expecting to get back?
Fingers crossed, Claire. So, I've really upgraded my gear since 2017, so I really am pushing to get some diamond ring images and even the corona if possible. But you might also be aware there's a comet which is about at the moment called 12P Pons Brooks, and it's anticipated this comet will be visible during the total eclipse.
Wow.
Fingers crossed.
Near the sun?
Near the sun, hopefully. So
that's the shot, isn't it? A comet flying across the sun during a total eclipse. That's like one in however many millions of thousands.
Very rare. So with Jupiter and Venus, the planets nearby, to get a comet and a totally eclipsed sun, I think we're going to get some remarkable images on the day.
All the best with your trip out there. It will be wonderful to chat to you once you're back.
Definitely.
And just how it was to be in Dallas. I don't know if I've ever asked you this, and we've spoken for years. You spend a lot of time looking up.
I do. That's my life.
Do you, and you can sit on the fence with this, do you think we're alone?
Do I think we are alone? Let me just say, when I was 7 years old, I watched the Biker Mice from Mars as a youngster, thinking about life on other worlds. And the thing is, Claire, when you see things and you look up at the night sky for long enough, there's just things you cannot explain. Whether it's flashes of light or just something going on, something suspicious. And when you look at the greater sphere of the universe, we're on this one dot in the middle of our galaxy, the Milky Way. If there was a chance for us to have life here on this planet Earth, and then to look to the broader spectrum, there must be life out there somewhere. So I am a personal believer there is life in the universe.
Josh Dury, astronomer from Somerset, who, well, he's on this whenever anything's going on up there, we get him on because he's just fantastic and he knows it all. We wish him all the best out in Dallas at the moment. And as I say, I think it's from about 7:15 tonight. If we are going to experience anything from the North American total eclipse, it will be around then.